Yes, God, honey. Yes. Welcome to Yes, Bitch TV, honey. Yes, God. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, by hitting that notification bell, that ass will be updated each and every time I'm uploading something new. Also, to the fellow panel that will be here today, please make sure you're also liking, commenting, and subscribing to their channels as well, and also following their Instagram pages. Yes, God, that way you are updated each and every time they also are uploading something new. Okay, now let's get into this. I'm going to introduce the panel for this evening. First, we have giving you all the things that are real and full of tea, honey. Giving you the real tea.
What's up, y'all?
The Wizard of Reeds. He's come. He's come. L Teddy 27 official.
What up? What up? What up? What's good, y'all? Shondo in the chat. Shondo.
And then we have another special person who has come through yet again to serve nature. Nature, because we've been seeing him half naked lately. I'm still standing, Mr. Still Standing, honey. Also known as Scotty.
Don't talk hard there today now.
Let me tell y'all something. I went to work. Never mind. But anyway. And also, guys, the reason we are all gathered here today, special guest, serving you all things good and wonderful with the skin, honey. Natural. I'm every woman. Yes, God, honey. Antonio from Chasing Dallas.
I'm every woman. I thought we had all testosterone today. Okay.
Well, child, most of the gays. You'll be a girl here and a sir there.
That's very true. Come on, for testicles all over the screen.
Yes. Now, real quick, guys, thank you for the chat coming in. We apologize. We're running a little behind. Child StreamYard is what it is. We're here to discuss Chasing Dallas, of course, and also in the light of everything that's been taking place recently with all the interviews and all of the things that's transpired on the show thus far, especially with concerning the last episode. I think that it's only right that we had an opportunity to sit down with Antonio from Chasing Dallas. Since, his name has been dragged through these streets, it's only right that we hear his side of everything. Okay? So they won't have you have the green screens. So welcome to Yes Bitch TV, where you can have your green screen, okay? So, what's tea?
Well, girl, do you have your cup of tea ready? You have your cup ready?
I got my cup of Jim Beam and fruit punch.
Okay, well, the reason why we are gathered here today under the big old shade tree of Corona, honey, is the fact that these girls are saying I am dead and under the ground, but yet they bring life to me in every episode. Unfortunately, honestly, you guys, just being real, just coming out there, I just want, before we even get started, I just want to say thank you guys for the opportunity of giving me a green screen.
Yes, guys.
And I secondly want to just say thank y'all for just being, honest and real, and just I love you guys' opinions. But honey, today's situation is why I want to just let it be known publicly on a public domain, since these people that say they're professional don't want to give me a green screen for some reason. I don't know why, but I do want to just simply just say the reason why we're here today, because I just want to get to the bottom line and help me figure out why am I coming up so much. I only been in one good full episode, y'all. This is like the 9th episode.
Yeah.
Well, ask away, honey, because whatever you want to know, I will give to you with no prices.
So the first question I have is, have you had an opportunity to watch any of the interviews that we've conducted?
I watched all the interviews except the one that you did the last 24 hours ago.
Okay. So can you, again, I asked Reese this question and he gave his side of a situation to be his truth. So I'm going to give you the opportunity as well. Can you, in order for us to understand how things are now, we got to go back, obviously. So can you please outline from beginning up until now your relationship with Reese and where you think it all went wrong?
New situations, new people, the mentality of believing everything that you hear and see, and not being able to be upfront and be able to be grown enough and mature enough to have a conversation that's needed, the fuckery and bullshit, the benign lies that you receive, but yet don't have any type of verification to prove or verify. And this is where we get right now. And one of the big things I kind of, as I was getting up this morning thinking about it, I was like, you know what? Out of all people, it shows so much passion. The reason why this girl hates me so much because we were so close as friends. But the fact that since we on this platform together,
and so we can clear, so the people where everyone's clarified, who are we talking about?
Reese.
Okay.
And the reason, and that's the whole source of the situation is since we're so close and we were friends, past tense, we were friends, and since we had such a decent friendship, and it trickled into different situations with different people, different stories and scenarios and situations. And as I stated in other interviews, when you sit in a room with 5 people, and I'm out somewhere else living my life, doing what I'm doing, and you sitting there in that presence listening to these 5 people, and you don't even give me the time and energy as you gave these people to sit down and have a conversation, the same thing, I'm not going to go back and forth with nobody. If you don't, want to fool me, that's fine. But professionally, if this is we so-called scene and a so-called...
I apologize real quick. I apologize before we get into any more depth. I think that and so that we all can get the context and we can also kind of put ourselves in your shoes, we need a little bit more of the emotion behind it. And the only way I feel like we're going to get that is if we go into a little bit more depth. If you feel comfortable with it, how did you and Reese meet, and what was the extent of your friendship with one another? Because I think that's going to tie into the emotion behind what you guys are going through right now.
We met in 2015 through a mutual friend, his so-called best friend. He knows who I'm talking about. His name's Mario. I moved to Dallas 2016, October 16th. I didn't meet Reese until 4 months down the line of me moving into Dallas. We met at JR's, hit it off as good friends, and been friends ever since that time period, since Chasing Dallas was abroad. There were accusations, about him. I never, sit down and believe what I hear about people until I get to know them and, see them for who they are. Mm-hmm. And what has happened and what has transpired at this moment in time has truly bloomed to what I was already told and informed prior to even knowing who this individual was. Not shocked, but I'm just like, well, they were right.
The funny thing about it is that's exactly the same thing he said about you.
Yeah.
Actually, the same exact thing. So, and I didn't get an opportunity to truly ask, Reese this question because it didn't hit me until afterwards, but I have this question for you. If you can, stepping outside of yourself in this situation, well, first, I can't even get into that question because we haven't really got the whole spiel. So continue on giving us the rundown of the eventuality of you guys not being friends anymore.
Well, before Chasing Dallas even started in season 1, he was going through, a situation where he wanted to be around other people. We were friends, and we met other people. He met more people, and I've always just been in my own little situation. I always meet people from afar. And my personality always clicked with everybody I was around. Long story short, it was he said, she said stuff that truly has made the mockery of the situation of our past friendship. Believing everything that you hear and see, but not able to come have a conversation and able to delegate the conversation as grown-ups, other than being dwindled to a conversation as we are high school students, basically. So when you sit here and believe everything else you're hearing and you don't have the balls or the authenticity to even come to me and say, hey, this is what I heard. Is it true or not? What's going on? You rather believe it. And I'm not going to sit here and go against 5 other people and they saying they have recordings and videos and they can't bring them up and verify them at all. All of this is he said, she said stuff. So the whole point of the bullshit, why we're not talking, why we're not friends, is you got new friends. You feel like you're that girl. You feel like you're finally being accepted into the gay folds of Dallas now. None of us I'm not from Dallas. None of us are from Dallas. It's like, I think like 2 or 3 people on the cast that's from Dallas, I think. But since you got these new friends in Dallas, you feel like you're an it person now. The person that you was rolling with and that had your back, since you got new friends, you're trying to be a new person. And that's just the bottom line of the situation.
Hmm. I'm gonna pass this over to the rest of the panel members. Do you guys have anything?
I have a question. Speaking for myself, because I know I'm a whole ass whore. And from the way that you are being betrayed, not betrayed, I'm saying I should say portrayed.
Thank you.
It looks like you get around like you either got a hot box or a hot piece of third leg, and you getting around to Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Rick, Joe, Bob, Don, Dave, John, Jacob, Jingleheimer, Schmidt. And I want to give you the opportunity to come on here and speak on that, because that's just, and I know maybe the EP don't see it for you, and that's why that's being put out there, but that's just kind of how it's looking. And if you got on a chastity belt and really not giving it up like that, then you may want to say that. But if you a whole bust down, see, I'm a whole bust down, so I will admit that. But if that's not your story, you might want
Who
to.
has the feedback coming through? Someone has feedback coming through their screen.
You might want to try each one of us and mute everybody. That's why I tried to mute myself earlier to make sure it wasn't me.
Can we hear it? It's probably you.
Me?
Hold on, I hear it now too. What's the feed? Hold on, everybody. Sorry for this interruption. I'm gonna giving you the real tea. Hello, hello. Okay, it's one of y'all then. Let's see.
Are we good now?
I think it might be you, Antonio, because it just did it when I clicked on you.
Is it better now?
I hear an echo, but it's much better. I don't hear the static anymore.
Yeah.
Well, in regards to the question that El Teddy stated about me getting around, I would just say this. I'm a pretty attractive individual. I have a good head on my shoulders. I'm single. I'm not really dating anybody seriously right now. If I see something that I like, I go for it.
That's right.
It's not that I'm sleeping around with a lot of people, and honestly, lo and behold, the main ones that say I'm sleeping around a lot of people, the main ones that can barely get a man to even take them out to eat for a cup of coffee. So, just in saying that, when you are an attractive individual, as they proclaim it, that I wear these tight ass pants, I have a body, I have a decent, I'm blessed. I can say I'm blessed. I don't want to say I'm perfect, but I would say that I'm well built. Thank God. Thankfully, I don't have any type of silicone or other type of prosthetics.
Wait, silicone?
But thankfully, I never had to go under a knife for any type of procedures. What I put on. So if I put on a nice pair of female pants and I fill those glasses up and it fills over, that's perfectly fine. And that's my answer to your question.
Well then.
Okay. Corona girl.
We got silicone and everything going on.
I had to draw it because I've been asked so many times from people, do I have ass shots? Did you go? No, this is all natural. I don't know if you guys been to Louisiana. If you've been to Louisiana, people that's built of my stature, you'll see a lot of people from where I'm from built the same way. We don't need to have all this, extra shit to go on. Just eat good, take care of yourself.
Well, the one consensus about people's perspective on you is that you look good, bitch.
I try. Don't get me wrong. I try because right now this hair color, I'm trying. I try. I have my days.
I hear that.
I have my days.
So to this point yet, and I know it's like beating a dead horse, but have you yet been asked to do any green screens? Just so we update, not yet.
I haven't been asked for any green screens for the last 2 episodes. I got information that they have been doing green screen with other cast members and all that good stuff, but I haven't been asked. I haven't been reached out. I haven't been emailed, called, posted. I haven't even been, they haven't reached out for the green cards. I mean, for the green screens, it's not this. They act as if I don't even live in Dallas. Yeah,
Well,
right off 75.
to push on that, my question to you is now it's all kinds of trash off the show that do their own little reviews and stuff like that and do their own little videos. And with you having a YouTube channel and having a platform, even if they did not do a green screen, maybe perhaps you may want to consider turning on the camera, getting
And
on your
recording.
own YouTube channel right after the show. I'll be right in the chat. I'm
Right.
going live 5 minutes after this pour goes off. And go click live and get all of those people in your chat and tell your real story. And then I'm gonna tell you what that would do is when they start to see that people will come over to your platform to look at your lives, that will force the narrative and that will force production to say, yeah, he is getting some numbers over there. We might want to give him a green screen. Good, bad, or in between. But at least you would have the opportunity to get your story or to clear your name out there, regardless if they ever gave a green screen. Matter of fact, I'll be like, bitch, I don't want your green screen. Because if I give you a green screen, you're gonna edit it the way you want. Let me get on my own channel and say whatever I got to say and get it all. And watch this. I'm a petty bitch. I be done told things seen and unseen, heard and unheard, said and unsaid, real and make believe. The
I
whole
believe.
be mad at me. They'll be ready to fight me every time they see me because I'm gonna lay their ass out. And
Well,
that's just the long and short of it. But
well, the reason why I've been asked by other people why I have not did it, but the reason why I a few episodes ago in the beginning of the season, I was like, yeah, I want to do it, but right now I kind of like the fact that I haven't had any green screens. I like the fact that I'm making these people do extra homework to find who I am and who the fuck is this bitch, who the fuck is Antonio. I'm enjoying it because to be honest with you, in my line of work, most of the girls on this cast, I guess you can say they working for me because as I said, I do insurance for a living. So marketing is my forte. So if people write a book about networking, I should write a book about marketing because right now there's so many people in this cast that says Antonio so much, I don't even got to do shit. I just sit pretty and be at the house, just minding my own business, making soap. So that's just my rebuttal on that. They're marketing for me. Chasing Dallas is marketing for me. Antonio this, Antonio that. I'm not even in none of the motherfucking episodes. My name is in every motherfucking scene all of a sudden for some reason. A few weeks ago, I was a little agitated, but now I'm just like, you know what? They're marketing. So when people reach out and they, hey, oh, you on Chasing Dallas? And my DM, like, yes, how you doing? It's nice to meet you. Go on Jack. Hell, even on Jack. Hey, oh, you on? Ain't you? No, that ain't me. That ain't me. I get that a lot. So other than that, they're marketing for me, and I appreciate free marketing. Free advertisement is what the world is using right now, and I'm embellishing in that. So I would rather be that cast member, that B cast member. That who the fuck is this Ave Twa bitch? Bitch, I gotta go in there and find that hoe. And bitch, here I am, and I'm enjoying that now. So no, I'm not worried about doing green screens anymore.
Well, being that you don't have a green screen and your name is being brought up a lot, do you want to go to the reunion to defend your name and your character and yourself? Because I feel like you should, being that your name keeps popping up and everybody got an opinion, but we
I
don't know.
mean, well, on that statement, as I don't know if you guys paid attention to the last reviews, and my name came up in the first season of Chasing Dallas last season, and I was just like, really, wow. And that was, that was edited because they was playing tennis and soccer with my name that brought into the reunion of last year. So if I am invited, I will entertain, but it's under consideration on how I feel at that moment. It's under consideration because my safety and my well-being come first.
Now, real quick, just real quick, since in the beginning we heard that rumors in the streets that Chasing Dallas was going to be extended, but Reese told us last night that due to I guess the views of the show and people's perspectives of it, they're going to be cutting the season short. So I was hoping at one point maybe things would have enough time for things to heal up and you would be able to get a green screen in a way. But at this point, I don't think you're going to get one. So that's why I also like the fact that you came on to do another interview because between this and Instagram, this may and your own YouTube, if you choose to, this will be the only opportunities that you get to really speak your piece.
And I'm perfectly fine with that. As I stated towards the El Teddy situation, his question, I'm comfortable with that because at the end of the day, I don't want to have my face anywhere near what happened in the last 2 episodes. That was very embarrassing to even witness. So when in regards to, if I want to do a Grinch, I don't. I can care less right now. I'm perfectly fine. It hasn't affected my work life, my personal life, my finances, or my lifestyle. And that's perfectly fine. They remember me. They know who I am. That's great. If they don't, that's even better. No, I'm not on this platform to be famous. I want to get these soap and these body scrubs sold, and that's it. And I'm doing quite well doing that.
Okay, that's what's up. Giving you the real tea. I know you had something to say.
I
Oh,
do.
here he come.
So listen, Markel hit me up the other day about a small piece of tea, and I want to get your perspective on it because it was brought up on the show about how you were saying you were going to pop Markel and you was going to press charges on certain people. I don't know why that was brought up, but since it was brought up and your name was all up into that mix,
I know.
can you please explain to us exactly what that situation is all about?
Okay. In regards to the statement that I said I was on the phone, even though that was a setup situation completely, I know the rules of the law. Thankfully, I was was raised in a house with a family, and I have a few lawyers back home in the family, and I've always been taught you throw the first blow, you will always be put under the bus in the court of law. I did make that statement, but when I made that statement, if you can listen, and God knows my accent was terrible on that phone call with that child, when I said press charges, I said that stating towards my person. If I would have put my hands on someone else and slapped someone else, I would be open to be pressed charged on. People of my caliber, people don't want to fight me. They rather just see me have a hard time in life.
Okay, because the way it sounded,
It
it was
sounded like
like
I
you,
said I'm going to
yeah,
press charges on other people.
yeah, and nobody could understand why. And then Markel is left in the dark because when I talked to him, he was saying he was trying to get y'all to talk to get to the bottom of the situation, but then he
Scotty, you know what you're doing.
to the papa.
Well, what happened that night was at home making soap again, and he allowed another individual to FaceTime me, third party, even though they could have reached out to me on any other platform, talking in regards to Trey Howard. And he FaceTimed me through somebody else's phone to get communication to me. I'm an open door individual. It's not that hard to get to me.
Mm-hmm.
And he said a simple hello. They was out drinking, so some people was intoxicated in the phone call. And he stated, I quote, saying, well, it got back to me that my daddy, I hate saying stuff like that, but his gay father said that I called him an enemy. People that know me personally, my rhetoric is a little bit serendipity, so I use words in a more broader aspect than just saying you're my enemy. At that moment in time, me and Trey Howard never talked. And as you guys seen in the last episode with the CJ character, you have a key example of the bullshit and the fuckery that Chasing Dallas is a part of, because you have people that are actually co-hosting information, trying to get a ruse out of people to do bullshit. But we'll get to that in a moment. But in the whole course of that situation, as I stated in a few interviews back, when you have someone telling you about somebody else that you never spoke to or have a verbal conversation for transaction, and as a middle person telling you this, when I come around this individual, I'm not going to say nothing, keep it very, casual. Don't bring no bullshit to a situation that's not needed. Like I stated in the interview once before regarding the Ariel's O'Hara's event, I was standing right next to Trey Howard. Didn't speak to him at all. Reason why? I wasn't sure if it was going to be no bullshit. We don't know each other, and I kept it like that. I was told that he didn't like me. I don't have any fashion sense. Why he's on the show, all that bullshit. But this, I don't know you. You're younger than me too, so I'm not saying just get into it with a young person out of he said, she said. So I feel like being a bigger person, don't say nothing to your child. But the southern part of me could have been the bigger person and said, hey, how you doing? My name's Antonio. It's nice to meet you. But long story short, of that situation, he called me, and I reached out to Reese, and I told Reese that, hey, you're my friend, and those are my enemies. I didn't call that child an enemy directly. I'm saying enemies because it's cloud between us and these people. I don't know them like that. And I'm trying to get my skincare line up and moving or whatever, and you go into an event that he's throwing, And Reese asked me to go with him, and I declined the offer. I didn't want to go. This child doesn't like me. I'm not going to take myself to somebody's event and, to support them, and they don't see me like that. So no, that'll be a waste of my gas money, a waste of my air.
Well, let me ask you this, Antonio. And out of all of the members of the cast, who would you consider to say, you know what, I'm cool with this person or I'm cool with that person? Because a lot of members of the cast do mention you and bring you up. So my question is, who in the cast would you say, you know what, at least I know I'm cool with or I'm okay with X?
Woodalene, Carrie D.
Oh, wait, hold on, because you said Woodley and you almost got sliced by katana blades by that young man in the top left corner.
In regards to
No,
in
go ahead.
regards
I'm
to the
just
show,
joking. Go ahead.
in regards to the show, Wuda and I, we don't like talking every day, but like me and Wuda have a really good friendship in regards to the show. We talk at least once a week. Carrie D is really cool.
We do too. We do too. Mm-hmm. I just play. Go ahead, Vic.
And Carrie D is really sweet. I don't have any issue with him. In regards to Trey Howard, it's never really been a situation between he and I. Ariel O'Hara, she was the only one that came to my party that night, my 25th birthday. The only reason why my so-called friend didn't come because he said, I quoted, "I would be a hater," because he had heard accusations that I said prior to even coming to my birthday situation. So that was just bullshit and fuckery. That was random. But yeah, Wuda Lee, Carrie D, Ariel O'Hara, Trey Womack. That's about it. Everybody, and George. Me and George have a pretty good friendship as well. And that's about
George
it. Everybody
seems cool.
Yeah, George is really sweet, but like at the same time, like you just stated, when people edit and they have the power of edits or being able to change the angles of any situation.
Speaking of Wuda,
hold on. My husband is in the building, honey. Wuda D. It is me, honey.
Hey, Wuda.
All right, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Like, El Teddy was ready to throw anthrax at bitches the last time, and I'm ready to serve y'all some Corona, bitch.
Trying to tell you, you got to be ready for these tours because they will try it with your man, and you got to have a vial of anthrax waiting for these tours. Like I got one for Terrence over there because he tried it with one of my booze earlier on my live, and I got a vial of anthrax.
Baby, that thing was fine. Do y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm. So can we? I wanted to
come on, Diggler.
You had an opportunity yet to speak on the situation with Premiere.
Okay.
Can you break down that situation?
Okay.
Because it was said that it was said that you purposefully showed him that message.
I'm very aware of
give
that.
Us your side of that story?
Okay, so for one, I never had a green screen for that. For two, I never even had a chance to even have a film situation to even explain what had happened with Reese or Premiere. Thirdly, as I stated in my last interview, I met Premiere through Reese. Me and Premiere went out to a party. They came out to my apartment. We finished a bottle of some wine, and then we followed each other to a little loft situation. That was last year. He was standing behind me, and I seen that I got a text from Reese. And at that time, I said this like 1,000 times. The newest iPhone that came out, you had the ability to basically see your text messages when text messages come on the iPhone for facial recognition. Logically speaking, we're human. If you see a text message and your name pops up and you look at why my name is in the situation, that's what had happened. Now, you can take that and say I showed him. That's perfectly fine. I don't have power of people's opinions and how they feel. But you need to take time, and I'm surprised when he had his little one-on-one situation with Reese, he never asked him, so why did you send that? But that never even came up.
I have a question. Have you because I know you really, like you said, you've only been on one episode. Have they not invited you out to any of the filming for the season?
I was invited to Carrie D's music video recently, but I declined it down in regards to the last group situation that I was in. Other than that, no, I haven't tried
So they
to.
only invited you out to one scene, which was Carrie D's music video.
Basically, yes,
Is
that's
that the
true.
one that we
No,
just
no,
saw?
Carrie D invited me off his own individual.
Oh, that you, but Reese or production has not come and asked you to be a part of any filming.
No, they haven't, not at all.
Now,
Oh,
what if that? Because you know, Reese is a man of receipt,
right,
and you know, Reese will be on the line later tonight, probably saying, boo, we sent him these good emails, and
right.
here it goes, and he
Okay.
will come.
Now
So,
he said that he said quoted because I remember when he said that he sent me several emails.
Mm.
One of the production people only sent me 2 emails, and I remember these emails distinctively. I was working at the time, the one I wasn't available, and the second time I wasn't available because I had to go out of town. And if they never reached back out again. And it was one time I sent them an email saying, "Hey, I'm available. We'll get back with you when we can." That was done, and that ticket been sale. So that's what happened. I never got several emails because all of my emails I always answer, I always read, I always take a look, and I always review, say what I need to say for my response, and go on about my life.
let me ask you this: would you be willing to do an interview with Reese?
Right.
Let me say this. The last time we tried to have a meeting as 2 grown individual black men on the phone call ended in a belligerent.
I'm talking about in a platform such as this.
Like this.
I'm giving you the
Oh, okay,
reason. I'm giving you what's
okay.
going to happen when we get on live together because we were so close as friends. We have the same temperament, but when I say what I'm going to say, she's going to feel and take offense. Vice versa, I'm going to take offense if she says something out of ruling. And with me being said, I'm willing to do that, but at this point, I'm done. I'm just like, it's not nothing for us to talk about. Like you say, you're the EP and you're a cast member, but the only reason why I haven't had a green screen, and this is be real, we're human. And I think there's a lot of people not taking because there's a lot of people that's not paying attention to. Me and this child was friends. I'm the only person on the cast that me and you had a close friendship with. So since we're not together and you have the power to say who can do green screens and not do green screens, this is not just you don't want me to have green, but this is passion. You don't want me to have so you doing this out of hate. Because let you tell it, Kane and him wasn't the best of friends as of right now. I mean, at a moment in time, and he still was able to do all his green screens and still be able to be in every little episode. That's passion, and I'm
But
not saying
doesn't
that
that
it's not
speak
like
to?
that.
But doesn't that speak to the fact that she is willing to have people that she's not aligned with or don't see it for on green screens? Because with that being said, if she didn't see it for Kane or didn't see it for Martell, because I'm telling you, if I'm EP and a bitch throwing a chair at my back, bitch, you never fuck a damn green screen. You're not seeing the light of the camera again in life, okay?
Well, first
But
off, I don't
she
kiss. First,
has been
everybody
willing to
don't kiss
do
ass
that,
on the show.
huh?
I don't kiss ass. I'm not. It's not. It's not that serious. Not that. It's not that serious for me. He threw a
I
chair.
don't think
I
that.
mean, he threw a chair at the child and hit the child in the back. Let that
I mean, I
process.
think the only reason why we keep asking about the green screen situation is because, Reese even said himself, you've been asked, you've had emails, you have calls, and you never show up. He said
I
that
only
there
got
are
two.
many
I only
times.
got 2 emails. I only got 2 emails, and all the emails that he's ever sent, I've always replied to. The only gag in the situation being is the fact she won't even show those emails. For one, because in every email you've ever sent me, I've always had a reason, and I've always gave you a response. I've never unread an email.
Are you willing to share your email? Listen, give us some receipts so we can say, well, child, all we see is. I'm not asking you to do that, but I'm saying if it presented themselves, because the people like receipts and the people
Yeah,
in the
that's
chat.
fine. My email is txtonio@icloud.com. Let me say
I
this.
listen. I would speak for the people in the chat, and the people in the chat seems to think that there's a little bit of backpedaling and pussy popping in the around here because they're saying that. I'm just telling you what the people are saying, and I don't know if you can see the chat or not because I don't
I
know if
can.
you're on your phone or not. But the people in the chat, because we do have to, maybe give you what the people in the chat said. A lot of people are saying that you're talking out of both sides, and just some things are just not adding up for them. And so they're just trying to get to, because like I said, when you say mention Markel and even Premier, he's over here calling Premier a whole ass crackhead in one episode, and still gave him a green screen and still had a whole makeup scene on the show for him.
But you're not looking at the part of me and this child had a friendship, and the only reason why she's being so vindictive towards me, we had such a close relationship, and the bullshit and the fuckery that would happen between us, she doesn't want to give me the time of day in regards to the show. She's giving everybody else moments to come to green screens, do episodes, all that good stuff. But
so none of those other people were as close to her as you were. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm the only one that was close to her. She knew Premier before I even
was y'all
came to the
fucking?
picture. Huh?
Was y'all fucking?
No, we wasn't. We've never had sex.
Y'all sound like scorned lovers, honey.
We're friends. This situation, before we even start them, we had a pact together. We won't let shit get between us, and obviously all that backfired. But you have to be able to look at the point of view I'm saying. We were friends. We were legit friends. Everyone that knew us, we weren't going out if one of us wasn't going. We was that close. So when I say it's basically a conflict of friendship, and you clearly can see the tension. It's my name come on the screen, or she comes out, her face tenses up. And I'm not saying I'm a big bad wolf or anything, but you can see that there's a story behind the anger and the frustration when my name comes up, or the reason why she doesn't want to invite me in places. As she said, I hurt her. And when I tried to make myself available to have a conversation, she said, no, I don't want to talk. I sat down with other cast members. They say they recorded you and all that stuff. And I'm like, can you, prove it? Show me. Let me see that. And that information still has not been in the light of day.
I don't have Corona
because at this point, though, playing devil's advocate in this situation, Reese, if they always say if more than one person says something, there has to be some type of truth. So I guess this takes me to the question that I was going to ask you before. Now that we've gotten to the nitty gritty of your relationship with Reese,
okay,
can you try to take yourself out of the situation and look on and see? Because I always believe at some point or another we have to take responsibility for the things that we do to people. But because we feel that we're so right sometimes, and that's no shade or no tea, that's just the human way anyway. Because sometimes when things transpire, we feel like, okay, we didn't play a part in it. Mm-hmm. So taking yourself out of the situation, can you see, is there something you should be taking responsibility for? Because the type of disdain that at this point you two share for each other, there's a lot of passion. So that means there's a lot of personal behind it.
Yes.
So I would like to know, did you play a part? Could you agree or disagree that you played even a small part?
I can say there were moments when he said he went out of town to take care of his mother. When he got back to Dallas, at that time, and I can be honest, I was busy doing my own thing, working with me and focus on me. And as he can say, and I can be honest, CJ, one of the people that quote on his new friends, and another person on the show, they took care of him, they helped him get on his feet. And ain't no shit or nothing. But I wasn't available to be quote unquote a good friend because I had my own things that I had to deal with. So I felt a lot of resentment is coming from that when he got back to Dallas. Once he made it back, you were gone for a month or whatever. But within a month, I'm out here doing my thing. I have my own things I have to take care of. So I can't make myself readily available to help someone get back on.
Wait, Antonio. Hold on. Let me ask this, because now, if we are from, and this is just me, I'm gonna take off, the L Teddy 27 hat. This is E. If I'm your friend and I'm going through something, and I go out of town for a month to go handle that business that is detrimentally important to me in my life, and I come back and you ceremoniously tell me, listen, girl, I got my own life going on. I ain't got a lot of time to do with you right now. I'm gonna look at you sideways. And I'm gonna be like, wait a minute, bitch. And so I was Reese, and I came back in town, and now all of a sudden you said you ain't got the time of day for me. Well, not that, but that you too busy to hang out like we used to. That's only a month. I'm gonna look at you sideways and be like, wait a minute. So I'm
He was
supposed to be not even
gone.
that close to begin with.
He left. I think he left around. No, he was gone for at least 2 months. But the thing, and I get what
Did
you're
y'all
saying.
talk on the phone?
We talked on the phone. He was gone. He was gone for longer than me. He was gone for July because he wasn't here for. He wasn't here for New Year's. He was gone for at least 3 months, 3 or 2 months. But what I'm saying, and this will basically draw, because I don't want to put nobody's business out there. I'm trying to be respectful because I don't want to just be that person that's air all of people's personal business. It's not that serious.
Yeah, let's do the
But
best we can not to do that,
yeah,
and,
and
and
I'm trying to
only
be
things that are
respectful.
pertaining to that
But
that
my
are
thing,
prepared.
my answer to L Teddy, understand why I'm coming to the house is for everybody can finally get this algebraic equation solved. Let me go and solve this. They just made it back to Dallas. Everybody has their own things they're going through. Everybody has their own personal battles they have to deal with on a personal daily basis or whatever. But when he got back to Dallas, I wasn't available. I was working 2 jobs. I was trying to do some other things. I had things on my plate that I need to take care of for myself. I understand you looking at me sideways, but I don't want to put nobody's personal business out there because I don't want to. Because all I'm going to do is be just as mean as other people on the show. And I don't, since I haven't had grace, I can't just be the big bad wolf that I want to be and just dish out people's information because that's not me. Because I'll be offended and pissed off if someone did me. But I can say this: there were situations that had happened that he got himself in, and I tried to be a friend and say, "Hey, I don't think this is right. You shouldn't do this." Long story short, things transpired as they transpired, and this is where we're at today. If that sums up. Now, if anybody want to know the tea and in regards to what I'm talking about, reach out to him. But that is the
Well,
whole reason
let me
why he
let
has
me
so much
ask
resentment
this.
towards me.
Let me ask this. And I know I'm the one who likes to press.
That's fine.
You a few minutes ago said that you and Reese were very close friends. As
Yes.
you put it, closer than any of the other people on the show.
Yes.
Reese not being from Dallas, you not being from Dallas. So if y'all are that close, you're probably one of his main and only allies in Dallas. And so my point is, if my friend who's that close to me loses their mother
Right.
and also has other things going on, even if they are doing some things that may not necessarily be the best decisions or the best choices, I'm, as a friend, going to push that to the side and say, you know what? Maybe this is their way of grieving a parent's death, or maybe they have a lot of things going on. And I just, as a friend, would be there for my friend more closely during that time period than I would in any other. And the telling thing to me was when I asked you, where did y'all even talk on the phone and stuff while he was out of town? And you kind of hesitated a little
We
as if
talked
to
a little,
say,
but when you said, you just kind of threw me a little. You said, okay, we haven't talked, so I don't know shit that he
no, no,
has
no. I'm
going
saying
on
when
right now.
you said he was
What
out
you
of town.
saying? Did he lose his mother? Because okay, you said, did he lose his mother, or were you using it as an example?
So you said he's lying when he said
No,
he
I'm not saying about. I'm going off the information that you just provided because it's two different. We're doing two different. I don't know if you're using it as an example or a situation,
I
but
thought you said that he went out of town because his mother was sick, and I know his mother had died.
I didn't know. I don't have any information regarding that. I never heard anything like that. So that's
Oh, okay,
my
well, maybe
information is
she
different
maybe
from
she did not.
yours.
Maybe she was sick or something like that. But
Yeah,
I
but I'm
know.
not. We not. That's what I don't want to get too. I get what you're trying to say, and I get what the cast is trying to say, but that's two different situations. Like I said, this is very personal, and I'm not trying to put
Oh,
nobody.
okay. So you're saying the reason that he went out of town to Atlanta had nothing to do with his mama.
No, I'm not saying that either. That's what it's personal. You need to ask him that. I'm not putting no business. But the
Yeah, he
reason
didn't give an
why,
explanation on why he left, and when he was going to get into it, that's when I had interjected and said, "Let's just not do too much of the personal stuff."
Okay.
Because I just want to, if it does pertain to the show in a way, but we don't really need all of the
all I'm doing
personal,
is
the
just
people
to
personal
understand you
business.
want your answer, but I'm doing my best to be respectful. Me and this child are not friends. Me and this child don't see each other. But I'm not going to get onto a public platform and blatantly just, we're not talking. He don't see me. I don't see it for him. Here, we don't even fool with each other. But I'm not going to
This
sit
is the
here and
reason, and I'm sorry to
disrespect.
cut you off. This is the reason why I kind of dislike the reality situations, because people come into this really close and friend up. Like y'all been friends for a long period of time, and then all of a sudden, when it comes time to be on the show or some situations, it just seems like it's all gone to shit. So what I want to do is, because I think at this point, talking about the relationship, this conversation could go on and on because there's always going to be different sides to this conversation.
If you can
I
give me, I
hope
can
in
sum it
some.
up.
I'm sorry.
If you can just allow me to sum it up in one good
Go
statement.
ahead. Go ahead. This is what your
So,
time is for.
because
Go
it's
right
not,
on ahead.
I'm trying to, I don't want to be, I know me and this child's not friends, we're not cool, but at the same time, I'm still a big-hearted individual, and I'm never going to just try to throw somebody down, especially when it comes down to relatives and family. But all I can say to your statement, L. Teddy, is there were some things that had happened that he had the reason for him to move out of town. I'm not going to diverse that information because he was on y'all live. Yes, he was on y'all live yesterday. I don't know if he gave y'all the reason why he left. I didn't watch it, and that's the reason why I'm saying I'm glad I didn't watch it. So I don't want to speak on one thing he spoke on. But some personal information, some personal things happened. He had to get take care of his personal business. Then he came back. But in regards to him taking his personal business, as a friend, I disapprove of the things that he was doing, and he had to get himself together. That's the reason why he came back to Dallas. That's why I distanced myself away. That's why I wasn't really there, because the decision that you made affects you, and things that you do can follow you for a long period of time. And that's all I have to say on that statement. But the reason why she's acting like that with me is stemming from that information. Now, when you said something about his mom and all that, I'm not saying his mom died. I don't know anything about his mom. I just know, I heard her talk on the phone a couple times when we were friends, but that was the last time I heard anything about his mom.
And I want to get back to this real quick because I think it is important. Fuck the show. I'm all about friendship. I always tell people I was a part of the foster care system, and I have very limited blood family. So the most of the people in my life are my close friends that I've been 10, 15, even 20 years I've had these relationships. I think that's more important than any show. Now, I'm not going to sit here and cast blame on you or cast blame on Reese. I think everybody has a part to play. I think when we
Yes.
allow outside influences to corrupt us in a sense, um, it can damage our friendships with people. But that's what I always talk about when it's the test of true friendship. Nothing should be able to get between that bond. That's how I really feel. So even if his decisions may not have been to your liking or to what you would accept, the representation of being a good Judy on duty, shout out to Lonnie B. Honey, it, that's what it defines it through the thick, through the thin. Like T.D. Jakes always says, your confidant will come to the crack house to get you, girls. There's no ends of earth of what they'll do. So at this point, I'm not going to sit here and blame you or blame Reese. I just think everyone has a collective part to play in this, and I do hope. Again, fuck the show. It doesn't have to be on a live. It doesn't have to be anything. But if y'all could just at some point get together, because the passion that I'm hearing from you, I notice, and when we stick on a subject for far too long, it's because there's passion involved. That means that there's a history there, that y'all
Yes.
at some point really live for one another. So I
Yeah.
want, and
And I
Reese's
agree.
very passionate about the situation as well, to the point where she says she wants to cry sometimes because it hurts her so much. So I would hope in both of you knowing that at one point or another you guys can come together and at least talk it out. You ain't got to be best friends again, but at least be able to talk it out, because this social media thing, it has the power to divide like a motherfucker, but it also has the power to unify, depending on how you use it.
Yeah, and I agree with that, but it's just that's the reason why there's so much tension between he and I in regards to that situation. Like I said, that's the reason of the season. This is the reason why the girl don't like me, because for one, we were
And hold
friends.
on, let me clear this up real quick. I'm not going to absolve Lucy either, because when you're on the show in the form of professionalism, if this was once your friend, when you hear his name, you should not have a disdain on your voice or give people like Kane the opportunity to chime in on bullshit. So
Yeah,
again, that's why I'm not going to put blame on anybody, because I do see where those lines are being blurred.
yeah, and now we're going. Other than I want to get past the whole Reese situation, because for one, like I said, we're not talking. We're not. It's not that we're beefing, but she got her thing going. I got my thing going. If there's ever any type of inkling of conversation that we can, put this behind, that's fine. But at this point, I just feel like I'm good where I'm standing, and she's good wherever she's standing. And this period, blank point, period. But to the question why this girl hate me so much, there were some things that happened. And if she feels big and bad and she want to come on here and speak on, she can speak on it. But I'm not gonna be the one to issue anybody's personal information out like that. But I'm just, and this is a respectful part of me. It's not that sick because I'm gonna be just as mean and messy and petty. Now, in regards to that situation, I hope we can get past the recent situation. I'm willing to talk about anything else in regards to the show. But I just want to make that plaintiff very clear and very, very, very concrete. The reason why the girl don't like me, the reason why the girl don't want to give me a green screen, when you're that close, you know so much information about each other, it can fuck up anybody's personal life. And she's been respectful to me to a certain extent, and I'm trying to give her that same courtesy.
I will say to that, I have said this to Reese and in my reviews. I do think when you wear the hat of VP and cast member and you have already developed relationships with the cast, if things go south in your relationship, it can, the person is going to come out no matter how professional you are trying to be.
Yes.
We're only human, but I do feel like that's where we need the EP to kind of be a little bit more professional, because I have said this time and time again, if you're going to drag someone through the mud, at least give them an opportunity to defend themselves. And if they are part of the show and they're contracted in the show, no matter if you don't like them anymore, I do feel as if they still deserve their spot.
It's just he has a personal vendetta against me, and that's just point blank and period. If anybody can't see, if people really can't see that, and with me stating what I just stated, I can't control somebody that's over a show that has a vendetta against me. Of course, they're not going to give me an opportunity to have a green screen. Of course, they're going to give every scene and every girl, Tonio, her name seizes up like concrete. I can't control that. You can clearly see that. It doesn't take a rocket science to see that. So when people come in and saying I'm backpedaling, I need you to look at the full painting, because all you see is the frame, but you're not seeing the paint that's on the fucking canvas. It's not that serious. Some people in the world can only see drama, but you don't never see where drama comes from. Now, any other questions other than that, child? God bless them. I hope whatever they're going through, they get through it. I'm being positive on that note. But anything else, please ask me. Get me out that child's subject, please.
I have more questions, but I'm going to give the panel an opportunity.
Come on, panel. They'll tell they ask something else here, because you over there being quiet now. And
Wait, why am I being called? I am the innocent one.
Questions. I'm trying to give you information.
Listen, I'm the nice reviewer and the nice.
And I'm waiting for Scotty questions. I'm waiting for his ass.
Oh, Scotty, you get called out. Come on through.
Come on, Scotty.
Oh God. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out what I was gonna ask. Okay. Okay, so if you can, are you gonna be seen anymore this season?
I don't know. Like I stated in my last interview, when you walk into a restaurant, you see that beautiful entree, and you can't seem to find it on the menu. That's me. So I don't know.
Do you really believe that everybody's issue with you is jealousy, though?
Honestly,
do you think that's really the problem?
Before I answer that question, how do you interpret that? Before I answer,
what you mean?
Well, for me personally, the tea that everybody is saying is, and this ain't coming from me, this is coming from them. The tea that I've been hearing all along is that I can't be cool with Antonio because I know how she moves. She's messy. She's catty. She has stabbed me in the back. All the time we take your place, backstabbers. Like, that's what the people are saying.
All the cast or just me and...
I mean, I ain't gonna say all of the cast.
It ain't coming from us because we don't know you, so it ain't coming from
right.
us.
Okay. I'll say this: I am an individual and I am human. But anything that I do speak upon, I can always say it again. But when people say that I'm messy and I stab in the back, I don't believe I'm like that. I don't believe that I would do anything to anybody, harm anybody. But judging on what you've seen the last couple of episodes, surely I haven't been filmed, but you've seen everybody else act and how they carry themselves. So you can't throw a rock in the mirror. You got cracks on you too.
Well, you know, in situations like this, when multiple people say the same thing, it turns around and it comes across like it's believable.
Right.
So, in so many words, if so many people are saying this about you, what do you have to say about that? Because for us, if I could speak for the rest
As
of
a
the room,
collective.
yeah, if everybody constantly is saying the same, everybody got the same notion about Antonio Messi, Antonio this, and we're trying to get to know you by doing an interview. So when we hearing all of this and it's coming from multiple people, it's like, okay, well maybe this motherfucker really is messy. Do you have any messy ways? Like, is there a reason why they saying that you messy?
Let me see. I'm always around when shit hits the fan, being in the wrong place in the wrong time. My name has been brought up so many times in this on this platform where here you can't help but assume that I am messy because I'm not even in the room. And let me take a moment, let that meditate with me real quick. Damn, yeah. So yeah, I honestly at this point, I'm not messy. I wouldn't call myself messy, but I will say this. I will say this. I will say this. When I say something and I let it be known, it's going to offend people. But when you're in a room with people that's going to lie and you're the only person telling the truth, and those truths add up, as if look, with the CJ situation, like I was saying, with that whole situation with me and the Trey Howard situation, how that came up, and then that last episode, how he conspired all that situation, my ex and my factualization actually adds up to my truth. Because I can't, you sit me in a room, you haven't seen me on any other episodes, and you sit me in a room with 6 other people of the cast saying X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, well, girl, I just got here. I don't know what's going on.
Mm.
I can't battle that. But no, I'm not messing.
Well, to get on that, um, how can you explain how Ariel knows a lot of personal information about Reese?
Okay. Ass in.
Just anything personal, anything that only you and her would know. How does she know, anything personal about Reese G?
When
Because
me
you're
and
all closest.
we what?
Because you and Reese were the closest.
Yeah,
So
me
how
and
is
Reese
it
are
that
close.
Ariel knows a lot of personal inside information?
Well, the inside information, the only thing that Ariel knows is the night that she came to my birthday and we was talking. She said, "Hey, while Reese's not here, we had a conversation." She said, how Reese became friends." I told her the story, how we became friends, the mutual friendship. And she said, "I didn't really know him." I said, "I didn't know him either. I moved here." But when you
Mm,
say information, most information out here, and I remember him telling this. Reese puts information out that he already wants the people to know anyway. But when it
mm,
comes to me, says I'm a credible source. Although I guess you say I'm verifying it. Any information that Ariel says that she does know, she already knew about.
mm.
All they're basically doing with me is fact checking. Because when you bring me a half cooked steak, it's already preconceived as if you already know what's going on. You just looking for me to fact check the shit.
Mm.
But the information that I don't know. What can you please be a little bit more detailed? I know it's not coming from you. First off, you're interviewing me. So can you give me an inkling of the question that you're trying to actually coerce over the phone?
Ooh,
There was no shade.
Listen, this is the thing.
I'm listening.
Because, and I think Scotty and Teddy and all of them can attest to this. Because you guys are friends and I like you a lot, it makes it a little difficult when I hear what you're saying and I agree, but then there's other forces, or whatever powers that may be, comes with actual receipts to kind of discredit the things that you are saying. So would there ever be a time where you could say, you know what, I'll put all of this bullshit to the side. Both of y'all can come together and kind of just put it all out there. Both of y'all just put your dicks on the table and get down to the nitty gritty of it.
No, I don't know. I get what you're
No, no
saying.
means no, and yes means no. There'll be no penises flopped onto the table.
Not no penises on the table. No, but no. I, what information you say you have? Because this is not the first time I heard. Because I know I heard
I
out of
mean, well, like for instance, about the emails. It was T that was sent to me that there was emails that were being sent to you. That there were emails. It was 3 separate emails
I said,
that I got that was sent to you about doing green screens
and I was yep.
and about the reunion. I got a link sent to me about your name is set to go to the reunion.
I wonder who sent you that because that's confidential information. It's confidential information. I can speak upon that.
Which is why I'm bringing it up because it's a lot of conflicting stories, but it's only one person that's bringing receipts. So because of that, that makes people feel like, oh, well, what everybody was saying about Antonio was the truth. Antonio got to be lying because, he pulling a Jennifer Williams, claiming he got receipts, and we ain't saying no receipt yet. So that's why I was asking, is there a way to bring the both of you all together and y'all could put exactly everything down on the table?
We could do something like that. But in reference to the email that whoever linked that information to you, that information I would not since we are under and we're still doing our thing, I won't speak upon that. Either you have it or you don't. But I won't speak about something that I already know. Now, whoever sends you that email, I don't know who I'm not, and that's not my job to figure out who. I'm not production. I'm just a B cast member. So oh well. But that email, whoever sent it to you, you will clearly see that I have a response on there.
Listen, again, I can only go by the receipts that were in the speaking of. Because
Let me refresh my drink. I'll be back.
Speaking of, there was a situation brought up where the powers may be brought up and said that you said the reason why you didn't get the emails was because your iCloud was full.
My iCloud, yes, I got my phone was stolen. My phone was stolen 6 months ago, and I gave them an alternate Gmail account, and I got my iCloud back within 3 days. And I still was able to respond to my emails because that's right after I had my meeting with them after Ariel O'Hara's situation with her event. So yes, I'm well aware of that.
Child.
And those 3 emails were sent to the iCloud account, but they were also sent to my Gmail account as well. Sent to the iCloud.
Who was that?
That was me. I was trying to think of
I mean, listen, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. And let me ask you one more thing. Was you leaking any information to Wiley about the show?
No, I haven't. That actually came up recently. Before I give you the answer, I have a specific email, and everybody in the professional world knows my email. And that came up. I've never sent Wiley any form of information whatsoever pertaining to Chase and Dallas. And need I say more? The email, from what I heard, was pertaining to the financial part of Chase and Dallas. That is
There
not
was
real.
a lot that came out after that, or during and after that interview with Wiley. Do you regret going on the Wiley show? Because Wiley is Wiley is known to take something that you said and turn it a whole lot of other ways. And so that's
What I
what
want to
gives
do,
the legs.
I respect your questioning, but I don't even want to keep up bringing other YouTubers that aren't aligned with.
No,
Well, all I can say,
the only reason that I said that because I
I'm
don't
gonna say
know
nothing
whose name
negative.
he put out there saying that he put information out about the show. And we won't mention who said that, but you know who we're saying said that you were giving them information about the show. And so my question is, if that did not happen, then you got to question. I'm going back on mute.
No, you're good. I remember the interview with Wiley. I didn't say anything about regarding anything with email, and I have never sent any email regarding to the status quo of Chasing Reality, other than the email that's pertaining to the cast members, the production, or the EP. And that's the final answer on that. I've never sent anything else because, for one, it's not my interest to find out anything. It's not doing nothing for me, but giving me a couple of follows and a couple of likes, and that's the honest truth.
I mean, because I like to consider myself down to earth, open minded, and trying to be understanding and have a well rounded perspective. That's what I heard myself as. That's the reason I started my YouTube channel. And I just feel like this is just too deep. It's too deep. And I don't, again, friendship should be most important. And I don't know.
It should be more important, but at the end of the day, though, it's to a point to where he don't fuck with him, he don't fuck with him. So it'll never that like
It's a straight line.
But it seems like once the show started, that was the catalyst that destroyed the friendship.
And it really was. I didn't expect that one little scene, that one little participle of a minute that I was with Premiere and that verbal altercation that will be here today. I didn't expect that, honestly. I'm just like, well, damn, I guess I did something. I guess I stretched my little 15 minutes of limelight because, boom, I've been in every episode without being there presently. So I think that I take that as a compliment instead of an insult.
I just think that when you mix up friendships with the public, it sometimes can get fucked up that way because sometimes we lose ourselves into the public shit. You know what I'm saying?
But then you never real to begin with.
Right.
All these things, I'm just keeping it real. This is the fuck being Yes Bitch TV at this point. It's all because that touches me because when you allow these things to come into your circle, into something that is supposed to be a strong bond tied together forever, that type of shit. That steely, and whatever they go all the modes into the circle. Like, bitch, honey, like you can't allow these things to plague you as a person. Fame, fortune, riches, all of that stuff, honey. Silver and gold, that shit don't mean nothing at the end of the day. Because when it all falls down, life will always test us. We will be up 1 minute and looking at it. And at the end of the day, who is going to be there to help you? Not the goddamn show, because the show ain't going to be around no more. You feel what I'm saying? You're going to need each other anytime. So what I want people to understand is that when we walk away from here tonight, I want people to understand that this is the perfect example of when reality TV goes the fuck wrong in friendship. And one of the things that I'm heavily against, because you should be stronger than just some like clicks with the views. And I'm not saying this to agree with you on this platform or to agree with Reese. I'm just making this as a general statement because as a viewer and a reviewer, that's all I've seen. You may have had problems before the show came into view, but from our point of view, we're seeing the relationship deteriorate as the show began in the first 1 to 3 episodes.
Yeah,
but it's just but what you're saying is just real talk though, because I had a situation, not making this about me, but I had a situation with someone where
Speak up a little bit, Scotty. I can barely hear you, boo.
Hold on, wait a minute. What about now?
perfect.
Okay, so I had my own situation with a person that I was cool with, and you come into a situation together and you want to, do good things together, but when you get into the public and you get all these different opinions from other people and it will fuck it up. Like, say for instance, when me and Terrence first became friends on here, I would really say that I don't believe that he would really flip on clicks and you know what I mean? I don't feel like he would. Because that's just a real friendship. It just goes back to what you said. Yes, bitch. Like, friendship should be way more important, but sometimes the lines get blurred when other shit is involved in.
Well, I do have a question for give me the real tea. In the emails that you've received, can you at least verify the email address of the sender? I would love to know who sent it. I would love to know the email that was used because I only use one email specifically, and that's mine. That was the one that I just verified with you a moment ago.
It don't really say your email. It just says Tonio.
Tonio, it's my email name is always going to be TX Tonio. I never use Tonio on any type of email. That's right. No, the email was falsified. That's not real. And I've
No,
never
no, no. But that means
emailed.
that sometimes when you send emails, instead of the actual email address, you can give a moniker or a title or name to that person's email. So for me, if I was wanting to send Scotty an email, it wouldn't say Scotty. It would, I mean, it wouldn't say his email address. It'll just say Scotty. On
No,
my end, it
no,
just has whatever I saved it as.
no. I'm well aware of that. I'm well aware of it. But that was never my. I've never emailed the individual in regards to anything regarding chasing dollars. He reached out to me on Instagram, and we had an interview promptly the next business day. That's what happened, and that was all was said. But no, anything that's regarding emails to me sending anything about chasing dollars, that's completely falsified information. That is a lie. That is not me. And I do not consent to anything regarding chasing dollars sending emails outside of production or the EP. For one, I'm too damn lazy and I have too many other emails to send regarding people's personal lives to be trying to emails about something that's not even real.
Okay, well, we can get off of that.
Come on, get to the good stuff, y'all. Ooh,
Oh, the good
have a
stuff
good
is going on
time.
in my Instagram right now because I've been my whole life with my thirst traps. I'm sorry.
Okay, me too.
Distracted.
So when it comes down to the business, can you outline the business aspect of your skincare line just a little bit? Because I remember we were talking the other day and you were breaking down your steps, how long it took you, and you
Yes.
also, I believe, wanted to talk about the things in reference to people saying they created your brand.
Yes, Reese, at that time we were friends. We were Judy's. We were two peas in the pod. And as friends, you support one another. But when you blatantly get onto a platform publicly and saying that you paid, that's not true. That's falsified. He lied. We discussed that information. You never paid for anything because lo and behold, when I first moved here in 2016, I have a timeline. 2016, it was an idea to have a skincare line. 2017, 2018, it was research. I had to research everything about skincare, holistic skincare, natural. I had to research all of that. 2018 was practice and being able to produce what I'm able to do. 2020, I'm able and willing to actually produce everything that I'm able to say I do now. So when he said that, I was offended. I was appalled. I was completely behooved how he said that he did that. I'm like, for one, I know we're not on good terms. So anything to get a ruse out of me, to have a reaction, for me to be belligerent and act a fool on social media to show some form of desperate attempt to get attention to piss him off, I'm not going to do that. I created my own line. My products work. He was one of the first people to even use my products. This is the reason why I'm on Chasing Dollars. I would not be on Chasing Dollars if I didn't have anything to offer. I have a skincare line, and I'm the only one on the cast that actually has one at this present moment. Woulda have used my products. Reese used my products. Kane, I was actually going to try to meet up with Kane a few weeks ago, but he had some things going on. I think he was going in and out of town. He's getting ready to move. But other than certain people, everyone on the cast knows I do skincare, and I have the face of my brand. I have everybody. Every time they see me out, I'm all out, clear face, beat it. I'm good. Natural. I don't wear makeup. I'm not putting down people that wear makeup, but one of the main things that I pride myself in my skincare line, I like people to wear. I like people to wear their natural skin, God given, without using the aesthetics of the earth to make themselves feel more beautiful and more confident than what they actually are.
Mm.
And then the other reason I'm a black man. I had razor bumps, and that shit was just eating me alive. Just be real. So that's the motivation behind my skincare line.
Okay, coming through real quick with a little bit of amends.
Yeah.
Said now I did shade him, and I'll put it up here. So now I did shade him and say the product doesn't work, but it does. I apologize. So I feel like that's an olive branch in some way.
Me too.
That's the olive brand, and I'll take that. But in regards to us trying to like run in and try to be friends right now, he even said he's had his moments, he's been hurt. I had my moments, I've been hurt. And we show our emotions two different ways. Like in this low male, I'm a Cancer. So I put emotions in everything that I do, good and bad. But next question, please. Because I want to have a good time. I want to ask me a question. So, bitch, what's going on between other people? Ask me these questions. I'm trying to give tea. I'm in a good mood. I got a big ass
Can
motherfucking.
you break down your relationship with CJ?
I thought you never asked. Oh my god. Let me.
Oh, I want to hear this shit.
Y'all got y'all drink planning. Yes,
Yeah,
God.
I'm
All
ready.
right. Let me know when y'all ready, honey. Let me know when y'all ready.
I
I'm
need to
ready.
get up, get
All
another
right.
drink.
I met
But
CJ upon meeting Reese upon the journey of Chasing Dallas season 2. CJ Clyde Smith. That's his real legit name. Let me give you a good story. Met him or whatever. We had our spats. We was friends at one moment. Then we had our spats. And it was it's something about him that I just didn't always something didn't sit well with me. You guys seen that in the previous episode. And my thing was I've always been vocal. If shit stink, I'm gonna let you know, girl. Something ain't right about that. And I've told Reese that multiple times. And Reese being the person that he was at that time, his main focus and his ambition was, bitch, I want this shit to work. And I have to give, lo and behold, and as the other cast members have been on interviewed by you guys, I was with him in his apartment 2 years ago when he did Chasing Dallas season 1, and I gotta give him his props. The bitch ran the shit. The shit got us to this point. So I'm not gonna take that away.
Ooh.
But in regards to Clyde Smith, yes, it's
Yeah, you
true.
did a good job on season 1. Where?
Well, no, I'm saying getting it to the point of this platform having viewers, the subscribers, the attention. I'm
Okay.
giving that as on the EP part. I'm giving respect due on that part on the EP part.
Okay.
So now in regards to Clyde Smith, that you guys know so much, yes, it's true. I was assaulted by this individual, and in regards to that heated night of alcohol and people lying, as I stated, when you speak the truth to somebody that lied on you, that burns hotter than fire. I don't have anything negative to say about him. All I can say is my actions prove otherwise. I'm a very meticulous individual. I would never get my hands dirty. I'm not belligerent. I don't fight. Why would I? I'm too good looking for that. I'm a pretty person. I don't fight.
What was the again, the season is being shortened, so we don't know if this will be aired or not. So if you can speak to this, what actually was the pressure point? Well, that's the right word. I don't know. This brain is taking over your vocabulary.
What was the tipping point between him and I?
Between you and CJ, like what happened? What transpired? Him,
CJ took it
jump
upon himself. He called me. Like I said, we had our own little relationship. I think Reese even stated that not in his interview with me yesterday, but in another situation, he came on when he went on after Trey Howard, and we tried to have a friendship. It didn't work because I'm very finicky when it comes down to people, because I don't just look at a person as a person. I look at, what are you doing for yourself? What do you got going on? And at that time, I was trying to get CJ some insurance on his car, be a good friend, me being insurance, it's not hard, it's not nothing for me to, make somebody's insurance cheap if I wanted to. Long story short, from that, we haven't seen each other for like up to 6 months. I'm doing my own thing, living my own life. They doing their own thing. The whole stipulation between me and Trey Howard came from CJ stating, girl, she talking about she don't like you and all that stuff. And all that. And that's where that came from. That's where it stemmed from. And when me and Trey Howard at a particular situation had the presence and the time of day to actually have a conversation, to be able to conversate in regards to the bullshit on the table, we both was able to okay, well, they said, who told you what that? And then I was like, well, we both looked at him and he was like, oh. So upon me leaving ... said location, that's where they assaulted me upon leaving the situation at hand. And that's what put me in the position that I'm in today in regards to what I plan on doing in the coming months after the show. Period. I don't do physical violence. As bad, as big, as bad as I want to be with people, I would never put my hand on nobody's. I'm not that important to put my hand on anybody. But I was always taught, and one thing for one, I was never raised in a gay scene. I was raised with a mom and dad, and my parents always instructed me. Educated individuals and articulate will always shine, and I always get you.
Wait, let me stop you because I don't want that to linger in the air. I think it would be negligent for us to linger statement to linger in the air. I don't think that that's a fair statement to say that just because you were raised with a mom and dad that you were not raised in the gay scene. That makes it seem, and I'm not saying that this is what your intent was, but
Oh
it
no, I was
comes
about to.
off.
If you would let me finish, I was gonna get to the bottom part. I was just saying the way I was raised. My mom and dad always raised me. You don't be violent to get your point across to people. My mouth is enough. I can cut a bitch up. I can cut a bitch up with my words, but I would never be big and bad enough to put my hands on another individual. And that's what they attempted to do that night. Now it would be a different situation if I was punched, kicked, and all that shit. Then that's when the other side of me come out. But I've never done anything physical like that. I was just raised a certain way. I don't do that. And that
Well,
was
and I think
No,
you
no,
that as being raised a certain way, it has nothing to do with being gay or not. Fighting somebody that is notwithstanding homosexuality.
do you feel, looking back now and going through what you're going through now, do you feel like coming on the show was
Yes, I do. It motivated me. Coming on the show. Actually, I remember signing my contract with Reese. He was just saying it's gonna be a moment where, bitch, everybody on the internet is gonna tear your ass down. Everybody in the cast is gonna eat that ass up. This is where we at today. But it
and
motivated me.
knowing that conversation before coming in here and also being exposed to this show during season 1, do you feel like if you should have been a little bit more careful on how you navigated through the cast members and their friendships, knowing that have can come up later on? And
No, because every cast member I have had a conversation with has showed me two different sides of who they are. And that's up to the viewers to pay attention to what I said in that statement. Because for so many people saying that I'm being messy, fake, and stabbing people in the back, that's what you call those same people are calling the kettle black. So my thing on that statement is no, I wouldn't have never changed. This is an experience that I wanted. I was afraid of the show last year. My name came up so many times last year. Now I'm actually on the platform. This is the situation. And honestly, I didn't even expect to even get this far on the show, but I'm here. But my thing is, I wouldn't have never changed how I conducted myself with the cast members. If I want to get in contact with another cast member, it's not that hard for me to do it. Everybody on the cast knows exactly who Ave Trois and who Antonio is because they all pronounce my name
do
so
you see
perfectly.
people out and about?
Huh?
Do you have an opportunity to see your fellow cast members out and about on your everyday, regular life?
We all work in different industries. I know George works in the financial industry. I do insurance. Other cat, I really can't say George is the only person I can just pinpoint and say he works in the financial industry. That's the only I can just say on his note. But no, we all just do our own little thing. Everybody's working, All I can say, if you can't put it on your tax report, girl, it ain't no job. Period.
Mm.
So
Would you do this show another season or any other reality show?
I don't. Right now I wouldn't say no because it's like yes, bitch said me being on the show destroyed the friendship. It made me look like a bad public figure. I had some people, and I went out a few months ago that blamed me and said, "Hey, you Abetoire?" Yes, because I typically, when everybody knows me, and that is Abetoire or Tonio. And if you know me personally, they say Antonio. And oh, we don't fucking like you. You fake, you messy as hell. So I never got nothing like that. I never assumed that something on the internet would trickle into my personal life when we're going to go get a damn $5 drink at the club or something. And being told that by a complete stranger that never even met me. As on YouTube, I've never met any of you individuals in real life. And before we even got to this point, damn, they eat my ass up like fried chicken, honey. So it's just like, wow. But no, it's an experience. I want the experience. It motivated my skincare line. It made me it gives me a reason to work hard. It gives me a reason to push through a little bit harder.
I'm sorry, Dre. Timber is crazy. And so
Right.
basically, an extra production members had more TV this season than about 3 actual cast members. I
Huh?
mean, shit.
What they said?
This was the. I mean, shit.
You talking about what Dre Simber said?
Yeah. He is a fool.
I'm over Antonio. That's fine.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
I remember when I was 25.
Me too.
I'm still learning. I'm pretty good. Got a little money in the bank, independent, very much single. I'm doing pretty good. I'm waiting for you to ask me the questions that y'all really want to know. Like, am
Well,
I
why don't
beating?
you just tell us what you want us to know? You know, you
Because
ain't supposed to ask
y'all,
us how big your dick is and stuff. Like, girl, you how
I
big
don't.
it is?
Here you go
It's a
talking.
nice 7. It's a nice 7.5.
Hold
I
on, let
feel
me
like
tell you something. The Wizard Squad, or what do you call your people, El Teddy?
The house of debauchery.
Stop buying this boy metal straws because that just gives him a reason to drink and become free.
You know how we do with the metal straws over here, because we need
yes.
something hard in our mouths.
You
Well,
do.
let me just give y'all some tea, honey. Okay, so period.
Lit.
Let me see. I don't got a beef for nobody at this moment. The whole CJ situation, I'm at this point, it happened and it will be dealt with accordingly, at its time. With the shade that Kane has been throwing, calling me messy and stuff, like it's one thing to call me messy than when you
Hold
give me
on
my
one
problem.
second. I apologize. Let me hold on one second. Let me explain this to the chat. Although I appreciate all of your support and willingness to come through, honey, and throw a little shine on the girls, we appreciate it. One thing I'm not going to stand for on my channel is who I decide to who I decide to talk to. And whatever they're explaining here while they have this time with us, like we've given everybody else before him the time to speak their side of things, their truth, what they hold to be self-evident, right? We're going to give them that opportunity. It's not about us pushing our opinions or pushing. I feel like I'm repeating myself every fucking time we do this. And I'm not going to continue doing this. This is no shade to anybody individually. I'm seeing in the chat collectively. I understand. Trust me, I get it. This is not a place for opinion. This is a place for questions. This is a place for Antonio to speak his piece. He's taking time out of his evening to talk with us. So all
And to
I
the
need to push this in the chat. Please be respectful. We don't have a dog in the fight. It's
Right.
not deep. This is
Right.
entertainment.
in
Love y'all.
regards to the girl that said that we all have bank accounts, I'm not saying I'm rich or nothing. I hope you have a bank account. I really don't like talking to people in comments and I'm in a lot, but all I'm saying, I have a decent little coin in my bank account. That's all I'm saying, baby. I ain't trying to offend you because you seem offended when I said bank account. Let me
Well,
just say,
can you cash out me a good 25? Because you got a lot of coins in this account, and I've been asking some real good questions.
this skincare,
My
Chasing
cash
Dallas, I
app
gotta give
is
Chasing Dallas when you talk negatively about somebody so much and bitches go look at your
no.
Instagram
But I'm
page.
talking about my cash app bill one. Can you
I'm
send
gonna
me a
give you
good
the reason to
25?
why the coins
Hold
look
on.
so nice. I'm giving you the reason why the coins look nice because y'all no tea, no shade with all the negative bullshit the girl's been saying about me on Chasing Dallas. Like I told yes bitch in one of my the last interview I had with him. That negative shit, I'm eating that shit up. That bitch broke. That bitch
And
straight.
that notwithstanding, you can afford $25 to send to me for my great question.
Yes, I can
Videos.
send you
My
$25. But I'm
ability.
saying with all the negative energy, of all the negative shit, and when bitches, oh, he do skincare, and they go to my Instagram page, oh, this bitch skin do look good. Half the people that I've seen that had negative comments in the previous reviews, I'm chatting with them. Oh, I was so and so on YouTube. Oh, you was the one that said this about me, but now you buying soap. So I'm just like, thank you. This is a negativity is beautiful. You can turn it to positively because I can be on here and be the way I am right now, or I can be an aggressive motherfucker reading these damn chats and trying to like fight everybody verbally on YouTube. That's not gonna do anything. I'd rather make money from it.
One thing I see for this platform is that everyone kind of does their own thing, but
Yeah.
what I would have liked to see is people take advantage of the networking opportunities amongst the cast, especially working with people like Ariel and Dior, or even, like I said, having a friendship with DC. Not saying to use these people to their ends, but while you're on the platform, utilize the platform for what you're supposed to use it
Well,
for.
I actually am planning on. I do want to have an event sometime next month. I actually wanted to have an LT. Since you do stay in Fort Worth, you're more than welcome to come. The invitation is pushed. I know. Yes, bitch is in Florida. Giving Real Tea is in Atlanta, I think.
New York.
New York. Oh yes, we on a completely different time schedule. And Scotty, where you at, baby?
Backwoods,
Where's Backwoods?
Mississippi.
Ooh, baby, yeah, you in Backwoods. But
And yes, bitch, can you highlight Dre Simba's question, please? Because he said he wants to spice it up.
I was just about to ask.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Who is Dre Simba? I need to figure out who Dre Simba is. Somebody said he was on one of these good shows.
He was
Is,
on Cast G Status.
is that one of the shows where I'm gonna have to drag him for life?
Because Girl Quiet as Kept, he was the one that drugged S. Dot.
I mean, I don't know. Oh, you talking about the porn skank? The STIP.
S. Dot got that ass toe up. Okay.
Yeah,
He was on G Status, and I will say that when he came along, even though I had my hate, not really hate, but dislike for the character that he portrayed, he did make the show better though.
Yeah.
okay, so in reference to his question, who do I want to see next season? I most definitely want to see Cara D next season. His song that he dropped a few months ago, it does something to my spirit. But to me, yeah, and his friend,
Landon James.
baby,
you flirting with Landon? You want him up in your vagina?
Landon is attractive. You got since the girls love to dish out who I like, I go for more shit. Look at me. I like more masculine guys. I like niggas that know what they gonna do. You know. I like dudes. I don't really go for like the other guys. I'm just weird. Oh, he's just
well, I like feminine guys.
Oh, what happened?
I'm sorry. Somebody called me. I don't know how they got a hold of my call like that. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good. Can you hear us?
Okay,
Try to go out and come back.
I got my phone to disturb, but
the volume.
yes, Landon's attractive.
No, I'm not in Central Texas.
I would like to see Cara D back next season. To me, the person that really hasn't shown me anything on the cast, and I like this opinion stems from I don't know them like that. It would be Trey Womack. If I can replace Trey Womack's A cast member and give him my B, I would do that because honestly, like, that's just my opinion. The only reason I'm saying I don't know him like that.
He might try to find you, honey.
Huh?
Talk about Trey Womack.
I can't hear you.
Trey Womack need to go find.
I can't hear no.
Okay, that's what he need to be going to go try and find.
Y'all hear me?
Let me come back in.
I
Yeah,
I
somebody
can't
called him, and usually when somebody call you, it makes your audio.
Should I come back in?
Yeah, go out and come back in.
Okay, he said.
But Trey Womack need to be finding somebody's art classes so he can learn how to draw and do some damn tattoo. Okay. And Trey Womack got a whole lot of shit he need to be trying to chase and find, and what he's been trying to chase and find this season is not working for him.
Y'all are a mess.
Listen, I don't have no Trey or beef with Trey Womack, but I just need for him to busy himself, honey.
And I need Trey Womack to put some damn clothes on his Instagram. I don't want to see all that, okay? I do not want to see all that. It is not amusing.
Can you hear us, Antonio?
I hear you. I have. Now, what was your response to what I had said? I said, Cara D, I would love to see it from another cast. If I can change my position with Trey Womack, it would be to switch with him. And the only reason I do state that is not no shade. I just don't know. I don't know him like that.
He don't have a job. I mean, he might be cashier at the tattoo parlor, but that young man ain't chasing nothing. He chasing hairstyles and wigs. Hairstyles and wigs. That's what he's chasing. Wigs.
Come on, let me see who else. Let me see who else would have issues. If I have an issue with anybody, the person I would say I have an issue with would be Markel. I just don't like the fact that you had enough time and even though you're the eldest person on the show, I just feel like if you know that somebody want to contact me, you could have just gave them my mobile number or my email or my Instagram or my Jack account to contact me.
Wait, your Jack?
I'm just saying because I thought that was so catchy. I thought that was full of shit that you gonna have somebody else FaceTime me to say and then just to hang up. I'm like, first of all, you called me off another bitch phone. Second of all, if you was a real bitch, you would have just called me off of whatever phone that you had available. Don't know if the child phone was off or not, but you could have called me off your real phone. Hey, It got back
What
to
we
me that
talking
you
about?
said Trey Howard. He
Markel.
FaceTimed me off Markel's phone. But I'm just what Gardini was saying and real being real. I'm just saying if you a real bad bitch, you could have just called me off your mobile device. Albe, whatever you call your name, it got back to me that you said I was an enemy. I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. Period. You don't got to FaceTime me off a third party's phone to say what you had to say.
Maybe we have your number.
Huh?
Or your Jack account, because you said the people can contact you through Jack.
Hey, everybody get lonely.
You
I mean, listen, the way Markel presented it to me, he was just trying to like play mediator. He wanted y'all to hatch it out, talk it out, so y'all can get over it. That was the way that he presented it to me, to be honest.
And there's nothing wrong with it, but my thing is, let's just be real. If if I have a problem with yes bitch, and I know you had his number, hey, giving a real tea. Hey, I need her number. I need to call her. If some shit said, I need to talk to the girl. Oh, well, girl, I don't feel comfortable giving her number out, but let me give you her Instagram. Follow her Instagram and get at her. Just be real with me. You don't call another bitch phone. I'm not that important. I'm not that important. If I really wanted to find a bitch number, I can go to Texas database and pull out anybody's cell phone number and call them. It ain't that damn serious.
Child.
Period. Let me see who else tried to ruffle my feathers. The whole thing with George. Let me speak on George because mind you, I haven't had a green screen. So this is my green screen. George, me and George have a friendship. That's it. That's it. I was dating his friend for a short period of time. It was cute. Yes, because the girls like you slept. And just for those, because y'all seen his arms, I know y'all seen him. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm being real with y'all, like, cause you know, I haven't had a great.
No, I'm laughing at one of the comments. Carmen TV, the way she put a thing. She said Reese said they didn't have the sex. That took me back to my old foster country grandmother. That used to say like the Facebook, the sex.
Who said what?
No, it had nothing to do with you. It was something. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. Go ahead.
Let me see who he is. But I did talk to George's friend. Me and George have never done anything of that nature. We did try to get to know each other, but we have two different types of attraction.
Did you feel the dick? Did you at least feel the dick? Because I think he got dick.
I do too. I did. He said
George.
I've never like seen him like that, honestly, and I'm not being disrespectful.
He look like he might have a little something. He do look like he might. I mean, he's not my cup of tea, but I wouldn't be.
Don't get me wrong, George is attractive. George is a very attractive guy. He really is, but he told me what the kind of guys that he liked. And I'm like, okay, I told him the kind of guys that I like. And then when we told each other what we like,
no, Antonio, just go back to what I said earlier. The girl said you be with Rick Joe Day, Mark.
Let me kick into my Nicki Minaj part of my mind. Just because I'm finding him attractive doesn't mean I talk to every guy. That's not real. If I see something that I like, hell yeah, hey, what's up? How you doing? Get to know me, fine. I'm single. I'm 25. And lo and behold, everybody else that been 25, we all have had our moments. Not saying I'm a hoe.
Bitch, I'm having my moments right now. Shit, fuck what you heard, and I'm not 25. Dear God.
Well, baby, breaking news,
25.
Breaking news, baby. Breaking news. Reese G said he just sent you an email about a green screen.
Darling, I'm giving you real tea. I got the notification I was on live. That's not my place to tell you guys that. That's contingency information. I can't tell you everything I get, baby. It's gonna take what's left of the professionalism of the show away. I can't do that.
I mean, I'm just bringing it up because y'all know somebody got to be the messy in the floor.
You're not being
somebody
messy.
got to be the windy windbag. Somebody got to be out shopping. That's why I'm just bringing it up.
Wait, what's wrong with Reverend Al? I love Reverend Al.
You ain't being messy. But no, I got the notification and I'll deal with it when that time comes. But no, in regards to everything, just to be real.
Let me say this real quick before you continue on. Take the opportunity. This is coming from me because you should never turn down anything that can potentially give you exposure. That would be your time to say all the things that you can say. And this may also be the catalyst which brings you and Reese back closer, or at least be able to resolve a lot of this shit.
Being able to at least have a conversation without cussing each other out and just I get what you're saying, and I'm going to take all that into contingency as well. But in regards to everything else, just to be point blank and period to anybody that want to know, I'm on the show, and I am human. I have feelings, and one of the biggest things that I do regret being a part of this show, I hate a loss of friend. In regards to unnecessary bitches that's out here on this case, because some of the girls on the cast, I'm just been like, and this is just me by nature, and I'm not saying I'm any better or any less.
Wait, so who on the cast do you not see it from? Because you got to tell them that
Well,
it's
I can just be honest. It's
world.
just no. It's I just when he brought up the statement saying that he have heard things from other people. The only person I've talked to on that level was Ariel, and it wasn't that I gave her any information that she didn't already know.
All right, so why you say Ariel's messy?
No, I'm not saying she's messy, but I'm just saying information that was already out in the streets. You can't really put that on me. That's what I'm saying. But some of the people on the show, before I even met them, when it came to Trey Howe, I didn't know the child. But preconceived when I heard that CJ was saying that he said with this, and CJ told me he said that, I'm like, who is this child? She's skin and bones. But I will clock and say this to the ones that has been throwing shade.
Who been throwing shade?
Kane. I have to do Kane, Markel, because these kids and these names. Kane, Markel, what if they call it? Trey Howell, got all these damn trays come out the damn garden.
Not out the garden.
They calling me messy, they calling me all this shit. But when I'm around people and I'm in present and I'm when I'm in real form, because when I'm in raw form, when the bitches see me in public and they see me in real life, they be like, oh, this bitch do got good skin. Oh girl, your shit do work. Like, I don't have to sit up here and lie about my shit. Oh girl, she got some more breaking news. What's the tea, honey? Because you send better than
I ain't got nothing to say. I'm listening to everything you got to say. I ain't got no breaking news for that.
But no, and let me go and take this moment as well to state this in regards to, since I haven't had a green screen since this moment in time. And that night with me and Premiere, I was out of line. True enough, I was out of line that night when I came at him. But the only reason why I came out of line was at that point, me and Reese were friends, and any bitch that's coming after my friend, you coming after me as well. Now, and this is before this is before me and Reese got into it. I knew that Reese said he was going to, invite him back out, have a conversation. I already knew all that. And Reese did tell me you was out of line, you weren't supposed to do that. But Reese knows that I come from a place of anger when I do everything with emotion. After that, and this pertaining with the part, because I'm going to give you all my screens that I haven't had yet to give you the tea on. So that's the Markel situation. Moving from there, there was a situation that had happened with me and Markel at Ariel Harrell's event. L. Teddy read into, but he didn't know all the tea. Me and Markel.
Wait, hold on. What did I do?
I said you was speaking about me, and you were speaking about the Ariel Harrell event when Markel threw Ice at Reese.
And also clear up a situation also about the Dallas Pride event where it was stated that you had started some mess and Reese had to go back and clear things over.
That's what I'm talking on now.
Okay.
So I got there with Markel. I rode with Markel. Markel was talking to some child, and he was saying he was doing something with somebody. And we was driving around this car. And we got back at there. We got there early. And, we both were like, hey, we both got to go to work in the morning. I know it was a late event, but, she invited us to be there. And, my thing, if somebody invite me somewhere, and I love Ariel, she's been nothing but sweet to me, I want to be supportive of her. She's such a beautiful spirit. And I wanted to be there. But when we got there, and let me make sure I say this very publicly and make this very real. When we got there, me and Markel got in there. And you guys, L. Teddy, you already spoke on this, and I do agree with you. We should have paid. But let me give you the story before all of that, because that's the reason why Reese and Zaza, whatever her name was, went back and said what she said. I'm gonna get on him in a minute. I'm playing with him right now. I'm sure you'll see that. But when me and Markel got there, we know that it was other people getting in. They said, hey, I'm here to go see so and so and so. Okay, all right, you on the list, and they walked around. We didn't know anything about a list, so I was the one. I'm surprised that screenshot didn't come up. I was the one that sent a text message to Ariel saying, hey, they said we need a list to get in for free or whatever to get in. So I sent the list with everybody's name on there. Prior to that notice, I didn't know, and it did say in the email, but at that moment I wasn't thinking and I wasn't paying attention. It said, hey, we're going to support Ariel tonight, be there at this time and this date. But prior to we got there, we didn't know that you had to pay. But mind you, we did see the email prior to. But I'm not saying we didn't want to pay, but at that moment we were just trying to get in because we just seen these other people get in for free. So we're like, oh, we're on the list here to see Ariel here perform. So me being professional, kind, respectful, and being a Southern Belle, and this motherfucking skeleton over here being rude and impatient and over here coughing and shit like she actually do got the coronavirus. They went on to let us get in for free because she was being so rude. And I'm like, no, man, we will wait for the rest of the cast to get here. We're here to see Ariel Harris. I said, okay, no, thank you for being respectful and kind. And she let us in. Let's just be real. If a bitch being mean and disrespectful at a gay event in Dallas, them bitches not going to do shit for you. But if you end up being respectful, having a conversation, just being you, let them know, hey, what you doing or whatever, they'll let you through and they let us in because I was just being kind, being sweet, and just having a conversation. They won't let you in. You can't get nowhere in this world being a jackass. And y'all know that already. So we got
let me
in for
sum
free.
this up for you, Antonio. And might I ask, my first question is, did you dye your hair to match your shirt? Because I noticed the color combination, shirt and hair dye. I'm not one that dyes in my hair, so I can't relate. Um,
I dyed my
my,
hair. You talking about at that moment in time or right now?
right now.
Oh, I was feeling inspired the other night. One of my good friends back home, she was dyeing her hair and she was talking. I just wanted to dye my hair. It just felt good. It brings more attention to the fat ass. It takes away from the tight ass pants. So it's.
My other, so let me sum up. Let me sum up because we've been on an hour and 45 minutes, and I don't want our subscribers, the chat, and the viewers to become fatigued. They call me interview whore because I seem to be on all of the interviews, and they say I have a kid over spirit. But anyway, so let's sum up. Nobody on this show likes you. You don't like nobody on this show. The hoes need to get a life and you about your business and your coin, and you cannot be bothered. Does that pretty much sum up everything that we surmised?
Right.
Basically.
Okay.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we wrap that all up in a
Right.
nice little bow. Come through. Bust through.
Yeah. And the thing about that part when it's only the ones that bring my name up that actually I don't even know why they bring. If you don't like me, if I'm dead to you, why you bring me back to life? So that's
That
just
goes
my
back to
thing.
how we summed it up. None of them see it for you. You don't see it for none of them. You out here making your coin, living your best life. Girl, try to be like me. Don't talk about me. And we'll keep it moving. All right.
Right.
Yes, bitch, you can have your show back. This is your platform, your channel, ma'am.
I just to sum it, not sum it up, but is there anything else that you would like to say that may hurt people's opinions about the things that they've seen in the show or heard about your show so far? This is
I
where
mean, when it comes down to who I am and my personality and the other interviews that I've done, I am a very corny individual. I laugh at any damn thing in the world. But it's just when it and like Scott, I'm putting you in this group of people. You didn't know me, and there's a lot of people that doesn't know me as well. But we just I'm human and I have feelings. And I like some of the reviews were like, okay, and not something. Then most of the others were like, oh god damn, they don't like me. But I would like people to know that I am a hardworking individual. I moved to Dallas to chase a dream. I want to have my own, holistic skincare line. I want to have a storefront. I want to have it all prior to getting married and having kids. But I am actually chasing a dream.
in reference to your skincare line, would you like to plug that? Where can people find you? How can they order your product? How can they inquire about it?
My actual Instagram, and I actually have made an Instagram for it as well. I'm actually going to be posting information on that actually this week. In regards to my new skincare, I don't want to say it verbally right now because I'm actually going to buy my new LLC because it's been a stipulation because someone said that they bought my shit. So let me correct that because I don't want to be affiliated with someone saying they bought something and it actually didn't happen. So I have changed the name of it and the name will be public within the next 72 hours. But the main thing I want people to know about me, I am an individual that's chasing his dreams. I'm 25. This is my first time doing reality TV. And all I can say, if I step on other people's feet, I step on other people's feet. But my motive have never been to like viciously hurt anybody. And as you can see in this interview, even if I know all this information about some people, I'm never going to just take that information and screw them to a wooden board. I'm not like that. We all are humans on this show. I know you guys seen the situation between Reese and George, and I actually reached out to him as well, and like he even said the same thing to me today. After all this, hopefully we all can reconvene as a united front of gay black men that actually have our own dreams and actually come together and make this shit work. Yes, it's entertaining to throw some shade and read bitches and say all this good shit, but we all are people. We all have feelings at the same time.
If given the opportunity again, would there be anything that you would do differently?
In regards, everybody on the show, to be honest with you, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, I can care less about anybody else on the show, and I'm not saying any disrespectful for the only reason why I'm on the show because my best friend was the EP. And not to brag, I didn't even have to audition to be on the show. He used my products worked, he gave me opportunity. But if I can have the power to go back and be a friend when I needed to be a friend, even though I had my differences, I would have done this if I knew that it would be at this point and at this measure of our friendship. So that would be something I will go back and change. But other than that, regardless of anybody else in this damn show, I can care motherfucking less. I haven't hurt nobody's feelings. They got gas in their car. They living. They got food on their table, and hopefully they pay out their taxes. That's about it.
Okay.
Period.
Anybody else have anything else?
Well, I appreciate you for being a good sport because I know I was playing Wendy and Dad with all of the breaking news and but I definitely appreciate you for handling the hard questions with class and grace. I appreciate that.
Thank you. El Teddy.
Hello.
I thought I already did my sum up and my wrap up. Hello.
Okay,
Hello, young baby. It's already been done. Benediction has been given.
And Scotty, because you drinking your tea.
Well, I really don't have
Yeah,
much.
Reese, we are.
I don't have much to say. It's just that I do appreciate you doing the interview. I do appreciate the fact that you don't. I always say this to everybody that we interview, that you don't take us seriously, because a lot of people do take us seriously when we go in on our reviews and shit like that. I don't give a damn if you take it seriously or not, but I appreciate the fact that you don't. I mean, it's all entertainment at the end of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I go back to work Monday. I ain't rich.
I do want to say that we are going to have the after party. Since it's all men's is in this after party, there will be various stages of nudity and undress in said after party tonight. Be there or be square. I'm sorry the chat can't be here for it, and you will not hear any stories afterwards. That's for our eyes and ears only. Sorry.
Oh
Love
yeah,
y'all.
and I want to say this too because I have actually received a couple of comments about our after party. The after party, unfortunately, is only for the panel members and the guests that we have on at that time, and the things that usually are said are kept between us in that moment. So, unfortunately, chat members, you will not be able to be purview to that situation.
Hell, let me charge my motherfucking phone. Let me see this after party.
Out of respect, Reese probably wants to come into the after party. Would that be something you'd be open to?
Huh?
Reese possibly wants to come into the after party. Would that be something you'd be open to? Because I want to respect your time.
I'm listening.
Could you hear me?
I can hear you better now.
I said Reese wants to come. Reese wants to come into the after. Y'all are a best child. Reese wants to come into the after party. Wow. The after party that we're about to do when we get off the live, is it okay if he comes on? I'm asking you because it's your time and I want to respect it. But
that's perfectly fine.
Okay. Okay, now, real quick before we go, I would like to say thank you all in the chat that came through. Everyone from the Chasing Reality cast, we appreciate you. Chasing Dallas, we appreciate you. All of the other reviewers of the show, we appreciate you. Every reviews, girl, you are a mess.
You know I love you, bitch.
We love
Oh, you love her, but you don't love us here on the camera. That's fine. That is fine. Wait till we get to this after party and drag you. Girl.
See,
Drag you.
no, before we end, and I do want to state this to everybody on the panel. I want to say thank you. I do appreciate it. Y'all could have just been like, bitch, they ain't give you no green screen for a reason, B. So, but I still want to say thank you. I appreciate it, and I'm ready for my after party.
We that's why we kind of organically, naturally developed the platform for people to come on and speak their piece. Again, this is not a place for judgments. This is just a place for you to come and speak. We understand that there are three sides to a story: your story, their story, and what the truth really is. So no matter our personal feelings, no matter the chat's personal feelings, we appreciate you coming on here and telling us what your truth is. Okay, and again to the chat, we appreciate you. Foy, yes, God. Everybody, CJ was in the building, child. What happened to you? Get your coin, child. We ain't got to pay. We're not gonna pay that. We'll pay dust. Thank you. Amber Cotton, thank you for moderating, honey. Appreciate you. Everybody that came in the chat, love you. I can't get to all y'all right now.
Thank you, Joy Simber.
And we love all of y'all, and we appreciate you. Sorry we didn't get to all your questions. You know how it is, child. Y'all try hosting, okay? It's not as easy as you think it is. Everything that's going on, so I try not to leave anyone out. But just know that we love you, we love you. Giving you the real tea. Thank you so much because you came through dripping, drip. Yes, God. Teddy 27 official, appreciate you. The Wizard of Reeds, yes, God. Abracadabra and do, honey. Scotty, Mr. Still Standing, thank you so much. We're waiting for you to get a little more drunk so you can take more off. Yes, God. We appreciate it. Let's get to hold on, save it for the after show, baby.
Yes, after show, listen. It pays to be a member of Membership has its privileges. After show.
That Jim Beam did something to me. Love y'all. And please make sure to like, comment, subscribe to everybody on the panel. Make sure you are following Antonio on IG at Aventoir. That's AVERI.
Oh, that's an interesting question. Did you see that? Yes, bitch.
Huh?
Did you see that? They said we should try to interview Imani Van Zant.
I actually did reach out to her. I haven't received a response yet.
Okay.
Oh,
thank you for letting us know when G Status is coming out. I can't wait to see you, Dre Slumber.
They've been saying next month for the last 6 months. They need to get their life in order.
They really do. Because they reached out to me and Terrence about, doing videos for
They reached out to me about reviewing as well, and child, girl.
Oh, baby, you went in. I saw that the other night.
So again, let us make sure we're liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel. Antonio, what's your IG again? I think I fucked up the spelling.
Avertois is AVETROIS.
That's where he can be followed. And shout out to the other panel members that could be here with us tonight on the live. Really BTV, the Queen, yes, God, and every we appreciate y'all. Love you. And this has been a Yes Bitch TV production, honey. Just